Well, to speak more on this development with the Labour Party, I'm now being joined on the news by legal expert Destiny TAKON. Thank you very much for joining me. Now, the 2022 Electoral Act, clearly states that every political party vying for a position must make its party register available to INEC not later than 30 days before the date fixed for the party primaries, congresses, or even convention. But what we are witnessing with the Labour Party, is this an end result of what many analysts had described was a structureless party?
This is a legal issue. Very clearly, it has nothing to do with structure. Structure in the sense used in the foggy political Nigerian climate, it simply refers to ways and means of grabbing power at all costs. It has nothing to do with, even the structure of a party. Now even the structure without deviating from the question that we're talking about, in fact, indeed, Nigerians have proven that the structure is indeed the people. The only thing perhaps that we still have issues with in Nigeria is the fact that the electoral umpire needs to be indeed unbiased and very dispassionate, so that we could always have results of election that express the actual will of the people. So what I'm saying is, this has nothing to do with structure. This is a legal issue. The grounds upon which that order, prima facie, are hinged are strictly legal grounds, to the fact that the party failed to comply with the provisions of the Electoral Act, 2022. So it has nothing to do with structure. Now, and of course, also, what you have is an ex-party order. The other party, the Labour Party and the candidate involved, see the opportunity, to put their case before the court and for the court to consider the other side. But of course, usually this kind of injunctions or orders are given where an apparent case of urgency is presented before the court. And as usually the court would ask that, the party who applies, should, amongst other things, give an undertaking as to damages, amongst other things, and then also file a motion of notice, which would have to be served along with the order on the party affected. So strictly answering your question, it does not have anything to do with the structure of the party or alleged lack of structure of the party. It is strictly a legal issue. And even for that structure, I've said, of course.
All right, now we saw the rise of the Labour Party, and this was welcomed with joy by many. But with the crisis rocking the party, how do you see this affecting, say, other emerging political parties in the country?
Say that again. Hello, Mary.
All right. If you can hear me, I said, how do you see this crisis rocking the Labour Party? How do you see it affecting other emerging political parties in the country?
Oh, well, not exactly. The issues with Labour definitely and strictly have to do with the, relationship with the structure, of the party and its leadership. It is clear, it's been clear that the structure of the party, the leadership has had issues, as you can see. The national chairman of the party is said to be suspended, and but that will not, for instance, apply with to other parties. So it, in my view, to do with what is happening in Labour may not necessarily have to affect other parties, unless if they also have structural issues. We are aware of structural issues in the APC, we're aware of structural issues in the PDP and in other parties, but as to how far, the parties and the leadership of the party, allow that to affect them and the performance or the outcome of competitive elections is another thing altogether. So I do not think that what is happening right now with the Labour Party would have a bearing or direct effect, on the performance of other parties.
Well, all right. Now, legal expert Destiny TAKON, thank you very much for your time and your contribution.